go. It is Pick Central, our daily gambling show here on Barstool Sports. We welcome back a couple of longtime show members, one for the first time in a couple of, well, about 9 or 10 days, I guess. He's been out in the world. He's been storming courts. Hello, Marty Mush.
How we doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Good to be back.
Then we also welcome back Mr. Smith. Smitty, hello.
Hello.
Your one-day absence, it was felt.
I felt it too, right down in the cockles.
Sorry. You're back. It's
Thank
good to see you.
Great to be here.
I'd give you a hug if I could.
I would prefer not.
I could give you a hug if I wanted to.
Tico came in and gave us hugs yesterday.
Yeah, but Tico's more like a welcome hugger. You're more like a larch coming in.
I envelop you.
Yeah,
yes.
you're Frankenstein.
Yeah. I'm not a good, you don't want to see me coming for a hug.
No.
Marty, so your podcast continues to make waves.
Yeah, I mean, hey, this is a step in the right direction. No, I think people are going to listen today.
It's March.
It's March, and
This is March.
Jake Marsh fucking cursed twice at Rico.
Yeah, and cut with some gusto.
It was
He said, "This is some bullshit."
the way he said it, like again, like it was when your dad doesn't yell at you. It's just like he really does feel disappointed.
Oh, it's a phenomenal move that he has developed for himself, just to have that in his arsenal.
Like he cursed and everyone's going nuts.
Right. Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Me and you cuss. It doesn't matter at all.
No. But yeah, I mean, it's
Go at it again. First time I've ever called you that to your face, but you deserve it right now. I'm sorry.
called him Miko.
You're
I like
being
how he
very mean.
apologizes.
You got Jake very upset, and I don't like this. This is like
It's not right. This is where the team chemistry has to be the best in March, and we're dealing with this bullshit on the second day of March. It is a waste of our time. We should be talking about games right now. Some conference tournaments have already started, and we're talking about musical chairs in the fucking office. Come on, Rico.
Sorry, Tom.
Go at it again. First time I've ever called you that to your face.
All right, so we're not gonna pile on Rico at all. But I am gonna say he is again not here, but again, real life situation that has been cleared. Excused absence.
Sure. Yep.
That's for real.
Yeah, sure. It was just I've talked about it enough today, but just like it just becomes a respect thing at one point where I have another show with him and it just like doesn't tell me he's not coming in. Jerry's been covering, I've been traveling, whatever. Just I want him to be back to Rico.
To me, I think that's what he needs to do. I think he's, and I mean this. I think he's too far in his head, and the space when he leaves, all he does is think about it. He just needs to get back in the mix.
Would you rather be someone here, which Dave doesn't acknowledge you, doesn't even really know exactly what you do, or that?
No, it's better, and he still doesn't realize it. The man has been told he has a job for life multiple times.
But it's like having a sports coach. I mean, if they're on you, if they're trying to make you better, even if it's in a negative way, that's a lot better than being apathetic.
Yeah,
I mean, you've gone through it recently. Dave calling you out. I've gone through it. We've all gone through it. I've said this multiple times on the show. Rico, let's get back in here. Let's get back to work.
Yeah, we're good. Let's
get back to work.
Hey, why are people talking about us today? Because of Dave.
I do like that you renamed Mush the Line Marty, Jerry, and Terry a week and a half ago. Hasn't been one episode.
Not one.
Not one episode.
It was going to be the first one. Not one.
So it's just Marty and Jerry today.
Just Marty and Jerry. It's tough.
Marty Jerry Dukes.
Yeah.
So 888-STOOL-22. We're going to take calls today. I have an interview at 2 o'clock, so I had to prep for that this morning. 888-STOOL-22, 888-STOOL-22. We can take your picks. We can take your calls. Speaking of people not here, yes, what are you doing?
I just want to bring up two things before. I know you guys probably talked about the Wisconsin already.
We did.
Storming the court is exhausting. I didn't know it was this hard. It was really – I lost them. I've never felt more alone in my life.
So how long does the court storm last?
It was like – this one was probably like 25 minutes because it was – they kept playing music, and then they won the Big Ten. Well,
did they play Jump Around?
No.
Wow.
I realize
that might have killed Big Cat.
Right.
I did see him. He did call timeout, and he's like, Marty, I'm dying. But and then I lost them, and I was pushing, and people asking for pictures, and it's like going nuts. I have it all on the cam, but it's like I was supposed to have my shirt off too.
Yeah.
I hugged Brad Davis in the middle. He goes, "Where's Rico?" And then he's like, "Thanks for coming." I'm like, "Thanks for coming."
Right.
What do you mean? But second, actually 3. I have 2 more things. One, the 0.5. That picture was not me. It was It was taken in 0.5. All right, that was a bad angle. I'm not fat. Can I show my stomach? Can I show my stomach?
Hold on, let's see the picture, and then you can show your stomach. TJ, do you know the picture we're talking about? I tweeted the other day, said he looks like Mantis.
Yours was the funniest.
Right.
Tweet. I'll give you that. It was
That boy bent.
I said it was a bad. I said it was a bad angle.
Oh, and Quiggs was really good. It was Barstool Bent Mob.
It was not a good angle. The camera.
I didn't know 0.5 was a camera setting, so they get everything in. And Hank Leary goes, I think I did you dirty. My bad. I'm like, yeah, it looked fucking horrible.
So we can look at Marty and just check out this beautiful imagery of you guys with your shirts off. Were you comfortable with your shirt off in front of the crowd like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was fine.
Look how round you look.
You can look like Big Cat's arms aren't that long.
No,
Look how long they are.
Look how doughy you look.
I know.
All right, let's see the stomach. Come on. All right. It's better. It's better. No, it's sucking in, but it's a lot better than that. It's a lot better than that. Yeah. Okay. Good. It's a good stomach. It's a good stomach. What
are we doing here?
Well, I got to show the people.
Smitty, let's see your stomach.
Absolutely.
And thirdly, last thing, maybe fifth, I think I've said, you all were looking too much into the eggs. It was all about the pan. I know how to cook eggs. It was all about the pan.
I don't know that we said anything.
I don't think we ever commented.
Right. I'm not sure we said anything at all.
Right. I think it was a lot of people.
A lot of people did. I didn't have a problem with that. Listen, you're 28, 29.
27.
I'm not sure I could have cooked a good egg at 20. I can cook a good egg now. Well, once I got married, but I couldn't. I don't know that when I was single, I could cook a good egg.
You didn't heat the pan first. That was the issue.
Well, it was about the pan. You're supposed to not put any oil. It's a non-stick pan I bought.
So I think when you just crack an egg on like a lukewarm pan, I think that you get no sizzle.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm no expert. I just know how to cook eggs.
Let me tell you, there were some upset people. That's a
people
million views.
Yeah,
it was legit about a
very
pan.
Mad.
Yeah. People get upset over everything we do.
Let's not get it misconstrued. They weren't upset about the pan.
I understand they were upset about the egg.
They weren't upset about the egg.
What are they upset about?
You looking like a caveman.
Yeah, they're upset about the two morons attempting to deal with the egg.
They're trading the phone back and forth.
Yeah.
Neither of them are doing it right.
And Dana like saying I'm an idiot while he's not doing it right either.
You have any more?
No, I'm good now. I'm good. I haven't been here in a while, so I'm good.
Okay. So, Smitty, you were going for a day. Do you have anything to bring to the table?
I mean, you're looking at it, Brandon.
You've been nice and drama-free for a couple of weeks.
I have. I've been kind of under the radar.
Good for you.
It's a tough start this morning. I hopped on the Amtrak, go for my phone, whip it out, try to do some work, and nothing. Left it at home.
Oh
that
you do that a lot.
I know.
It's like your third time.
How do you get on the Amtrak? Do you not buy your ticket on your phone?
I do. The nice conductor. I mean, thankfully we have a rapport now since I'm on there almost every day.
Oh, it's like the same guy.
Yeah.
Oh, and he recognized it. Okay.
Yeah. Whip out the computer. 50-50 shot for Wi-Fi. No dice.
Yeah, no chance.
Sat there with my eyes open, dick in hand.
Just a 2-hour train ride that feels like 6.
No music.
And the worst part, I gotta do it again this afternoon.
Oh yeah, you do.
I would almost like buy a new phone.
I would
just because.
I think about buying a book.
I think the ride home's not
what
as
else
bad.
am I gonna do?
I think the ride home's not as bad as the ride here.
The anticipation for the ride home is bad. That's all I'm thinking about.
Yeah, I can see that. Big Ev, you've been here every day. Anything to bring to the table?
No, literally nothing.
We'll talk sports in just a second. One more time. So I don't. This was announced during the show yesterday. The Mincy Tour has been extended. It has been extended through this weekend.
The Mincy Tour is extended. I forgot about that.
The Mincy Tour is extended. So he is adding dates, and he is to extend the Mincy Tour to take the sportsbook to the people. He is going to a baseball series not in the state where the sportsbook is available. That's what he's doing. He's going to be in Lafayette, Louisiana today, and then he's going to be at the Houston Shriners Classic where you cannot gamble with the Barstool Sportsbook.
So what does Lafayette mean?
Look at him. He's giving out graphic credits.
I'm not sure. Playboy Marty wanted credit for this graphic.
Like, what is that? What does that all mean?
He's going to Lafayette today.
Just going there?
He'll go there, probably tweet once or twice, and Then they'll move on to Houston.
What's the Houston Shrine?
It's a college baseball tournament.
Thing.
LSU is going to be there. A couple other teams are going to be there.
So he had a big night last night. So naturally, we all pimp out our records when they're better. And he quote tweeted his record from last night and just said, "This is March."
Yeah. No, he is off to a hot start in March.
And then he quote tweeted his record again and said heater time.
wait, hold on, time.
He did the March results and last night's
within a minute of each other.
2 separate quote tweets within a minute of each other.
What did he hit that he 4-1?
He hit the this.
What, LSU?
And then he definitely bet it.
Oh, a little Louisiana class.
I know he bet it. I know.
And he had like a plus 300.
I'm just going to assume he bet it.
I know my Mincy. He bet it.
Yeah.
My Bincy.
I'm not opening that door again.
No, we're not. I know he
Heater
did.
time.
Well, kind of like heater time. There's little legs to heater time.
Yeah.
888
cigarettes or just that.
888 stool 22, 888 stool 22, or just a big massive shit. Something.
Yeah.
There's already a lot on our minds. The last thing we want to be spending too much energy on is what to wear. Cuts Clothing has perfected the art and science of men's shirts, so you can throw one on and look great without ever thinking twice about it. Every Cuts shirt is designed for a modern, tailored fit, and they're insanely comfortable. Plus, Cuts has all the essentials for looking sharp, like tees, hoodies, polos, and more, so you can stop bouncing between brands to shop for different shirts. Cuts has revolutionized the traditional outdated T-shirt category. They've got long-sleeve, Henley, short-sleeve, crew necks, all manner of T-shirts. They've got them, and they're the best. They make it easy to mix and match styles and colors so you can find the perfect style. Join hundreds of thousands of guys who have made the simple decision to elevate their wardrobe with Cuts. Get 15% off your first order by going to cutsclothing.com/picks. That's CUTSclothing.com/picks for 15% off the only shirt worth wearing. All right. The worst, and we're going to get to calls in about maybe 8 minutes. The worst way to lose in sports is the way Mississippi State lost last night. They're down 19 in the first half. They're playing the number 5 team at home. They come all the way back, take a lead in the second half, and then they get to overtime. They lose by 13 points.
I realized, too, that if you had bet them at half, they were down 12 at half. If you bet them at half, you would have lost also. That's even worse than they were down 12. I believe they were like a pick 'em or -1 at half. You think you lose that, too?
You two plugged into college basketball. Ben Howland, I assume, is about to be out the door. Gone. Finished.
That might have been the back break.
He's done. Well, I think it was already. He's either retiring. We know it's not working. Who's my next up-and-coming coach here? Can I go get Murray State's coach? Who can I go get?
Maybe.
Murray State, I mean.
He almost might go a little.
Now, let me say a couple of wild cards here.
Can I wants that.
Can I go say Sean Miller? Hey, everybody else doesn't want you because you're cheap, but you can come to the SEC because we got cheaters here anyway.
I think that's actually that's what I think you need, or a guy that nobody wants but is a big name, because it's like they don't need him really, but like Mississippi State should welcome him with open arms.
Like he is out because of he got out because of these allegations, but in the SEC you're surrounded by Will Wade and Bruce Pearl.
We
don't give a shit about allegations.
Everything, you don't at all.
I struggle to see this fit, but Rick Pitino?
I don't think so.
I just don't see him.
Where he's going.
I don't see Ricky P going to Mississippi.
I don't think Rick Pitino's getting back in the major. I don't think he's getting back.
They're talking about Maryland. They're saying Maryland.
No.
He tweeted today.
You guys are all wrong.
Where's he going?
He said he's staying.
He's going to Syracuse. Once Jimmy Boeheim's done, he's going to Syracuse.
I mean, Patino's
how old is
he? Either, yeah.
I'm telling you, he's going there.
Syracuse, huh?
I had heard the who did I say Maryland rumblings, which
that's the job he wants.
If I'm a Syracuse fan and that's on the table, I would encourage Boeheim to leave tonight.
Now, and the fact that he's coming back next year is crazy already.
He's going to be 70 in September.
Patino?
Yeah.
He's good, and I know he wants to go there, so like that would be. I think he can get, because if you think about it, Syracuse has not been good. They just got they have some runs. They make runs, but like they have their program's a joke lately.
Let me throw you one more name off the Sean Miller pile. How about Greg Marshall?
Ooh, Mississippi State and him. That's a mix that comes together.
Or I'm saying Mississippi State because I'm a Mississippi State fan, but anybody who's out there looking for a head coach, is Greg Marshall going to get the tires kicked on him?
That I can actually envision.
Mark Turgeon.
No.
Why not?
No.
Why not? You got shafted.
See, Sean Miller and Greg Marshall got fired for reasons other than failing. Mark Turgeon has failed.
Like, would you want one of those, or would you want one of these mid majors like Morehead State, coach or like.
I don't know what the answer is. I'd
rather what you're saying,
like Richmond's coach or something like that. I don't know.
Let's look at so. Alabama, they had a bad loss last night, awful loss, but
they're bad.
They got Buffalo's coach, and he has turned into what he is.
Yeah.
And then Nevada's coach went to Arkansas, and he's become what he's become. So I don't know what the answer is.
I think for Mississippi State, where it's like it's going to take a lot of work.
Yeah.
Like I think that. I honestly think Sean Miller's the answer, which is crazy to say, but I think it is.
Yeah,
college basketball though right now is actually insane.
College basketball is amazing right now. This is the best college basketball I can remember because it's just wide ass open, and like Auburn's going to get a number 1 seed. Somebody's beating them early. They're not that good.
Auburn?
Yeah,
they might not get a number 1 seed.
Well, even if they get a number 2 seed, I don't think they're that good.
I don't agree with that.
They're constantly living on the edge on the road. Constantly.
Yeah.
Mississippi State sucks, and if you don't get a stupid 10-second, which have you ever seen that?
That was
I've never seen
Honestly, I'll admit, I was like watching.
Did you see it?
I did.
He just walked that motherfucker up.
I've never seen that.
It wasn't even close. He might have got across the half court at like 18. Like it was 12 seconds.
Yeah.
Not even close.
With Auburn, okay, because I'm an Auburn backer. I mean, I need them to win. On Saturday, they better fucking win because I have plus 700, and I had 200 on early. Sure. If you look at their resume, it's not as impressive as you think. They have 4 losses.
Right.
One's to UConn early on in the season.
Yeah.
And then a lot of their wins are at home, where it's like their home court advantage is fucking insane. Their fans are insane, and then. They barely beaten Georgia.
They're about 3 bounces from about 3 or 4 bad losses on the road.
I don't think this team was prepared to play with a target on their back, if you know what I mean. Like, because they didn't expect to be number 1 in the country. I don't think. Jabari Smith is unbelievable.
Yeah.
But like, some of their pieces are getting exposed now. Like, they're still really good, I think, but they can definitely lose early.
It's going to be so much about the draw, though.
There's not one team that I would be that surprised that they lose early.
No, there's like 1s and 2s to me are going to be the same this year.
I almost think it's almost bad to be a 1s and 2s. You know why? Because you're going to have Alabama, LSU, maybe even a Michigan, at 7 to 10 range, and like an Iowa who's playing really well. Like, that's not who you want to play in the second round.
I do disagree with you, and I don't know if you've come around because you did storm the court there the other day. You've kind of not been on Wisconsin this year. They're good.
Oh,
you flipped?
I'm flipped.
The best team in the Big Ten.
I mean, they're good. Okay, Johnny Davis is really good, but
if this freshman point guard is going to do this, then they're going to be really.
Chucky coming out of nowhere is awesome, and to be honest, their X factor is Wall. He's fucking really good. Yeah. Watching Purdue, fuck them. I
still think they're pretty good too.
Jaden Ivey's disgusting, but their defense is awful.
All right, so we're gonna get to the calls in just a second. One last topic before we get to the calls. So I don't know if y'all saw it on Twitter. Stephen A. Smith and Mad Dog Russo just lit up Twitter by having an argument about Steph Curry being a top 10 player. Now, we don't have to talk about their argument. We don't have to get into the argument very much, but just off the very cuff, just off the top of your head, Smitty, is Steph Curry a top 10 player in NBA history?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's close.
No, the answer is no.
Yeah, no, you're wrong.
The answer is no.
I love him so much. It's like hard to.
Well, they did it yesterday, but even so,
I guess
how many MVPs does he have? 2.
2, I think. So, even in his own era, he's behind LeBron, Kobe, Duncan, I think. Right?
I don't know if I would call Kobe his era.
Well,
yeah.
Ish.
Duncan too.
Ish.
LeBron, I think yes, but
ish though. I mean, like
what draft was he? 11?
Yeah, no, he was 8.
08?
8 or 09.
I'll be honest with you.
08?
I think him and Duncan are pretty close.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too.
No, Duncan over Curry for sure.
I think they're closer than you think.
Duncan won 5 rings as the guy.
And the fact that we're talking about this, the man's 33. Like he's
not finished. Yeah.
He's got at least 5 years.
But okay, so Magic, Bird.
I don't know if I put Bird over him.
Well, then you're wrong.
That was actually one of the big things they talked about, and they both were like, nah, you got to take Bird.
Yeah.
See, it's hard. It's hard.
Like Bird, because he already finished his career and he did what he did. Like that's hard for me too. I
didn't physically see Bird. I mean, I see highlights. I've seen stats. He won.
I don't know if you put when it's all said and done, you put Magic over him.
Like I'm not saying Steph Curry's in the 5. He's 10.
Well, the conversation is right now. Is he a top 10 player? Right? Is he a top 10 player to this point in his career?
Yeah, I see. So
don't worry about what happens after this.
I mean, you could probably name 15 like Wilt, Reem,
Russell.
I was gonna say he's definitely top 20. That was gonna be my next comment.
I would say he's top 15 for sure, without even thinking.
What about?
I don't know if he gets in top 10.
What about guys who might be top 15 considered Hall of Fame players, but they wouldn't be able to start on a D3 program today, like Jerry West and Bob Cousy?
That I don't. You get into that because I don't put either one of those over him now, so I don't have to worry about that discussion. It's a fair point, but although Steph Curry's skill set, as far as athleticism goes, it wouldn't have counted for as much, but he could have.
See the greatest.
He could play in any era. He's the greatest shooter of all time, and it's not a question.
Yeah,
that's not a question.
Consensus.
Yeah, I don't. As far as GOATs go in sports, I think Steph Curry as the greatest shooter of all time is as rock solid.
He already has the 3-point record.
Yeah, and he's a little more than halfway done with his career.
I think that's the most unanimous thing in sports.
He's 65% done with his career. He's got five good years left probably. So it's a worthy discussion. It's a good discussion.
Good for them getting Mad Dog on, because I'm telling you, he gives it to Stephen A.
Yeah, I'll do the asking here.
I just grew up with like Mad Dog and Francesa, so like I appreciate them. Like I think Mad Dog, like he actually can battle with them like one-on-one. He should just be on it every day.
All right, here we go. Phone calls 888-STOOL-22. It could be anything. So let's see. We've got an NHL call, a Notre Dame coach call.
I love an NHL call.
College basketball.
When was the last time we talked about NHL?
A lot of college basketball. NFL Combine call.
Oh, Pickett.
Mostly college basketball, though. Let's go. But we start with the NHL call because it's Tony from the West Loop. This is Big Ev's guy. Go, Tony.
Fellas, what's going on? Pick Central. Army stays strong. Tonight, Carolina's in Washington. Washington dropped the last 6 games at home. They're 2-9 since the year started at home. Carolina, best team on the road in terms of goals against average. I don't get the number. Maybe it's the return back to Vanacek from Samsonov. I like Freddie Anderson, Hurricanes, -125. I made the number $1.50. That's the place that I boys. Be well.
All right, thank you very much. By the way, have you all seen TJ's hat? Bend forward. Is that the worst hat ever or the best hat ever?
Big fucking R.
Probably
a big R.
Probably one of the best ones.
I didn't even know what it was. I'll be honest with you. I thought it was like a.
You tell me you've ever seen a bigger R on a hat?
Oh no, I like just looking at that. I thought it was like something trying to hop into like a Mario block or something. I didn't know that was an R.
Looks like a pair of pants.
Biggest R possible.
Looks like a pair of
If
pants.
you find me a bigger R on a hat, send me a link.
Looks like it's straight off a Letterman jacket.
I think Za's stuck. Are you glitching, Za?
Yeah, he's always going to be like that.
Just chopping forever.
Can
we grab for a second the Kenny Pickett at 8.5-inch hands?
What does that mean?
I don't know, but it's just funny. I just think it's funny how worked up.
We need somebody to come measure our hands.
So,
You got small hands?
I've got tiny hands.
The dog had a good point. Like the last person under 9-inch hands that did anything was Michael Vick, who was obviously an anomaly.
He said it was the same as Kenny Pickett. He's basically the only one.
Well, I mean, it's not like
it's 2001. It's a long time.
Kenny Pickett's definitely not a slam dunk. So if you're trying to pick him apart, 8.5, 8.5.
I read what Smitty just said, and like that wasn't alarming to me. I was like, wow. I was like, literally, no one's been good with the small hands besides one guy in 20 years.
And Michael Vick
who was
had overwhelming skills everywhere else.
Freakish athletic ability and arm strength.
We go to Eric in Maryland. Hello, Eric.
What's going on, boys? Big F, I get nervous every day leading up to this Notre Dame-Ohio State game, September 3rd. Not doing well for it. But my question is for you, Brandon. Will Marcus Freeman be on the ACC ranking for the unnecessary roughness college coaches?
Yes.
I think he.
No, actually, no, he won't. He's not an ACC coach.
Well, like, what list is he going to be on? Because I think Notre Dame definitely deserves to be on a list for their coach.
Well, join the conference. You'll be on a list.
Independent list.
You'll be on the independent list. Join the conference. You can get on any list you'd like.
Okay.
I do think
It's okay.
I do. Yeah, we might do a first-year coach list, and that would help him out. We might do that eventually. I like Marcus Freeman, but can I just stop you real quick? There's no need for you to be nervous about that September 3rd game against Ohio State. They're going to beat the fuck out of you.
You just think it's going? You think it's just going to be a slot? You think it's not even going to be close?
The thing is, in 2022, and I wish it were different, Alabama and Ohio State will be miles ahead of everybody else. This will be a year where the separation between those two and everybody else is bigger than it's probably ever been. Alabama's going to be historically good, and Ohio State's going to be really fucking good. Notre Dame is getting there. You need about one more great recruiting class before, and then we see what Marcus Freeman's got. I don't think it's going to be close.
Yeah, I'm losing faith in all of this like recruiting rankings shit because Notre Dame gets all these like they've got 2 5-stars in the 2023 class and 2 4.7 and on 3 both. They demoted everyone except Keon Keeley in the class. I don't understand how in this time of the year they can lower people because it's not like they're doing anything right now. But it's unreal how the bias once you commit somewhere affects your ranking because like Alabama guys go through the roof once they commit to Bama, and Notre Dame guys fall.
Well, let me tell you a secret. Outside the tippy top classes that are obvious, like your Ohio State, your Alabamas, your Clemsons every year, there's a lot of massaging of the ratings to appease fan bases. Tennessee gets patted on its tushy every single year, and they get their guys elevated to 4-star status, so they feel good about their class. They've had a top 10 class the last 15 years, and they suck every single season. Same thing happens to Texas. So there is a lot of massaging underneath the very tippy top level. Star ratings are nuanced, and they matter, and then they don't matter, and they matter, and they don't matter. But in that middle, like from 10 to 30, there's a lot of lying going on. A lot of fucking lying going on. We go to Griffin in Chicago. Hello, Griffin.
How we doing, guys? Big fan. Just had a quick question about the ACC basketball. I know it's down bad this year. Besides Duke, do you guys see any other team possibly making a run in the tourney?
Not a run, but like Wake Forest.
I see Wake Forest making a Sweet 16.
A little bit of a chance, and like Miami's been so like they've been kind of shitty since when they had that little run of beating Duke and Florida State or whatever that was. But like no,
honestly. Is UNC in the tournament?
Yeah, they're in.
Okay,
it's not by much.
Yeah,
it's crazy when you say that because their record would surprise you.
Isn't it like
they're playing
19-9?
No, they're like
better,
21-8.
They're
I thought they were
they're like 15 and like 4 in the.
Like people are saying like, will they get in? It's like
so they're easily in. Yeah,
if you get
my bad.
20 wins, no, but people are saying that like if you get 20 wins, you're in pretty much, and you're playing the ACC. It's still a Power 5 conference, like and it's down whatever, but you play your fucking schedule.
Yeah. All right, thank you very much.
I only have one win. Though.
Honestly, an annoying team, even though I've hated them so much, I can't get on the right side of it. But Notre Dame, like. They just pissed me off, so I feel
lost
like
yesterday too.
They could weirdly, like I don't know, I could see them winning a game or two. I don't know.
I'm very disappointed right now. The guy that DMs me every day to tell me how my hair looks on the show, he just said today it looks good. Yesterday he said it looked really good.
Yeah, he did.
And I thought today was better than yesterday. But he just said
actually, it's funny because now since we said that people do, I have a motivational quote guy now.
Can I get a guy?
I have a guy who, so I had a lot of guys try yesterday and didn't make it, but I have one guy send me on this day in 19-something, they deemed the Star Spangled Banner by Francis Scott Key the national anthem. I kind of like that historic guy. If I got a historic facts guy every day, I kind of like that too.
I had a guy who used to Snapchat me a picture of the ceiling every day.
His ceiling?
Awesome.
Wherever ceiling he was at.
How was it?
It got to the point where
I
was expecting it.
Did you get a variety of ceilings?
Yeah,
was it interesting?
It was ceilings.
I could see that getting interesting.
I mean, I would love for one day to just be like, the Sistine Chapel. That would be awesome. But one day he stopped, and I was quite upset. Also, I had another guy every Tuesday snap a picture of his testicles, go Holy Testicle Tuesday.
I wouldn't like that.
Yeah, I don't want that. I want something. Hey, maybe send me doorknobs or lights.
I wouldn't mind seeing like bass fishing. Everything you catch.
I'd like to see like raw chicken cutlets.
No, you don't want to see that.
Yeah, I do. I like when I see a raw chicken cutlet, I get excited.
That's awful. Raw?
Yeah, because I just know what it's going to be.
Yeah, you're about to pound that bitch out.
Yeah.
Throw some egg and some breadcrumbs on it. It's going to be delightful.
Now all of a sudden he's an egg expert over here, Marty.
Well, I just grew up with it.
That should be the next. Why? Yeah. Why haven't you guys talked about a cooking show now?
Yeah, we need that, right?
Yeah, why not?
Let's go to Tyler in Ohio. Hello, Tyler.
What's going on, boys? I wanted to talk about a team. I think Marty's kind of out on them or has been out on them in the start of the season. But, Brandon, I know you talked about their conference. UCLA is getting no love and kind of acting like they're an 8 or 9 seed. I just think Mick Kernan – I watched Mick Kernan flop every fucking year in March for basically a decade and a half because his system wasn't built to overcome his offensive liability in his brain. Essentially in March, someone would take his batteries out with like 5 minutes to go in every game, and the offense would look like shit.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's got players that can overcome that, and they got a senior-laden backcourt that can really push them over the top. I just think UCLA, they're plus 2,000 to win it all. I don't know what the Final Four odds are, but they were there last year. I think because their system's hard to prepare for with mixed defense, and Juzang can help them stick his batteries back in late in the game from helping them melting down. I just think they have a good shot. Also, call Xavier forever. I love how mad that makes him. See you, boys.
Xavier is having one of the worst downfalls of all time. But
if they get in the tournament, they will be in the Sweet 16.
Yeah, that's also true. But to the UCLA point, I'm down on them because of how high everyone was on them because everyone came back from a Final Four team. We've been over this. The Pac-12, in my opinion, stinks. It's Arizona against everybody else. I think USC is the biggest fraud. But UCLA, like, obviously they can get the magic again. They did it already. I'm not going to tell you no, but I'm fading them because I think they just got hot at the right time last year. And they also play in a down conference as well this year.
There's something about getting hot at that right time. They know they can get hot at that time.
Yeah, that's why you can never count them out.
And they got players. I mean, they got players for days.
This thing's fucking really good.
Yeah, so especially if I don't know where they get put. If they get put out and fucking, if they're in LA, San Diego, if they're on that West Coast, they're gonna be hard. They're gonna be hard to beat. What he said, I don't know what the Final Four. I wouldn't take them to win the title.
No.
But Final Four, or I could see UCLA making another Final Four run, no problem.
Yeah, and I can't. But I also
see, Marty,
I'm not like an idiot. I could obviously see it because I did it.
Here's the issue, Marty. Though, you acknowledge off the top, it's wide ass open.
Mm-hmm.
So that's creating a lane for a UCLA to get back. Like it's wide open. Anybody can get there.
It's obviously the draw, whatever draw you get. That's why it's the best.
We go to
wait. What do you think about Coach K?
Oh my God, saying they want to play in Chicago?
Go to Chicago instead of the East.
Is this allowed? I didn't know you could request this.
Oh yeah, if you were like a tops, you could request.
But they're
like Wisconsin's going to.
They might.
Play in Milwaukee.
I think they're in line to get a number one as of now, but it's not like they're a lock, stock, and barrel number one seed. They could get a number two. If they lose in the conference tournament, they could be a 2 seed.
They have to win the tournament to be a 1 seed.
Right. So if you're a 2 seed, you can't be requesting where you go.
No, but it's. I mean, he's from Chicago. He wants to go there.
That's really fucking. That's so selfish.
And all 208 players that he's coached are invited Saturday. How many do you think go?
I think it'll be a preposterous number. I think Duke will want to make it look. I think it'll be like 200.
A lot of people. No, but a lot of people are in the NBA, so that's like.
I'm gonna see private jets coming out of Durham. I think it's gonna be. I think he'll get to like 200.
Would you respect him more if like every time out he just does an interview and it's just like he's always like just everything about him?
I mean,
he's only coached 208 players.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem right.
Wow, well, you got to think a lot of those guys were staying for 4 years for like most of his career.
Even so, even over the last.
I mean, there's 11 guys.
He's been coaching for almost 50 years. That can't. Is it 208 living players? He's coached more than 208 players.
That's.
I'm sure if they're invited, I would imagine they're alive. I don't think you're inviting dead guys.
Think about it though. Before, like, how long? When did the one and done start? Like, pretty recent.
Yeah, and he was late to the party.
He was late because he didn't like it.
The first time he did it was basically when they won the title with like Okafor and like Winslow.
All right, Sean and Maryland, go ahead.
What's up, guys? 2-0 in the last picks. Today, I'm back in the crumbs, going to the Patriot League. You got Navy and American, the over-under set at 120. got to hammer the under on this because both games they played, one game was at 92 total. The other game just made it to 101.
92?
Neither team has scored Yep. Neither team has scored more than 55 points in a game. The game is at Navy. Got to respect the troops. They do nothing but defend their home court, home turf. They're going to keep American from scoring, but at the same time, they're going to try to keep the game slow paced because they're also our best and brightest. So they know that a slower pace is going to help them go through a longer.
All right. You're getting a little in the weeds here.
I respect it. It's a Navy grad right there.
So was there a 53-36 game last night?
Yeah, I was just going to bring it. It was Oklahoma State. I won. It was Oklahoma State, Iowa State.
Yep.
Jesus.
36 points in 40 minutes.
Now, Iowa State.
They're good. Well, they're like fake. They're fake good.
Yeah, they're not.
They started. They were awful last year. They started phenomenally.
Not awful. They won 2 games.
Yeah, they were like the worst.
Like the worst of the
worst. They started great, and then they've kind of.
But they scored 36 points at home.
Chad in Georgia, go ahead.
Sorry. No, you're good.
Yeah, I have an NHL pick tonight. Ottawa at Florida over 6.5. In the Panthers' last 25 games, the total score has been 7 or more 20 out of those 25 times.
Thank you very much, Chad. Can I if you just pause for just 1 second? Don't you fucking laugh at a Southern accent, all right?
That's not a
Northeast piece of shit.
That's not a Southern accent.
You were absolutely laughing at that Southern accent.
That's Ben Mintz's long lost.
No, that was
brother, cousin.
That guy's from Georgia, and that's how he talks. Okay, we're not gonna laugh at fucking Southern accents. I don't laugh at you guys talking like you got fucking.
Honestly, I think
car's exhaust pipe in your fucking mouth.
That was Ben Mintz on molasses.
No, I think it was for me. It was more a Southern guy talking hockey.
That's why I was laughing.
Oh,
like just that Ottawa, like that
Ottawa.
Ottawa came out of his mouth. I was not expecting.
You don't think I'm betting Ottawa tonight? What's that guy talking about Ottawa?
It was the over.
Over 6.5. He said
I'm in.
Florida Panthers games 20.
Hockey overs have been wild recently.
There was a 10-7 game last week. Then there was like a 8-6 game.
Mr. Ice has been.
He lost last night, but
he's been on fire.
I think he's actually changing the lines too a little bit.
The thing with him, like, bro, I don't pay attention to hockey that much, and I don't take his picks lately because Mr. Ice has gone. He's gone Hollywood. He used to text us all his picks before everybody. He's gone a little Hollywood, but he has done such a because he retweets everything about him. You would think he's 102. I have no idea what his
close. He's 20-2.
Oh, and I love it. I think he's the best.
I think
he hit a 21 parlay the other night.
20-1 is crazy.
That was crazy.
Crazy.
That was 5-teamer, right?
Yeah.
6.
Oh man. All right. So 888-STOOL-22 is the number. Dio, the boy Dio. Hello.
Hey guys, I haven't talked to a few of you guys. Smitty, I'm a big fan of you, man. The Eagles are going to blow those 3 draft picks. I'm sorry about it. I'm here to talk about
You're not wrong.
The NFL draft or the NFL Combine this weekend. The shitty thing happens every year in the Combine. There's always like this one player that runs like a 4.2 40, and all of a sudden he goes from like a second-round pick to a top 10 pick. John Ross, Darius Hayward-Bay. Who's your guys' pick this year to be that guy?
Big F?
Well, honestly, the one just because they haven't seen his 40 yet. Well, I don't think you'd say that about like Traylon Burks because he probably was going to be a first-rounder anyway. But
right.
So he measured, I think it was like 6'2", 220.
Mm-hmm.
And if he claims he's going to run 4.3 for 4, if he runs 4.3, I could see him just like all of a sudden being like the 10th overall pick.
Yeah.
When that wouldn't have been the case.
You mentioned Darius Hayward-Bay.
Yes.
In the number 7 pick, just based on running fast.
Rashad Perriman did that a little bit too.
Yeah.
Basically any Oakland Raiders draft pick when Al Davis was.
Yeah. John Ross ran what is still the fastest combine time in history, I believe.
What was he drafted?
He jumped up
like 15th maybe, or it was top 15 definitely.
Yeah, and he's done not a goddamn
literally
thing.
nothing, absolutely nothing.
I saw a chart or a tweet yesterday of the top 10 combine times ever. 9 of them are garbage. players, and I can't. Chris Johnson was the 10th. Chris Johnson had a moment. Chris Johnson had a 2,000-yard season, had a couple years.
I would give him more than a moment. He had a period of time. He was like
a good career,
the best or one of the best running backs.
What do you guys think of the Eagles making players shoot 5 free throws?
Why are the Eagles always? Are the Eagles now doing this because they're the team that does this?
They're copying us. Five-shot league.
Last year they had them play rock paper scissors. I'm not gonna lie, pretty good draft.
Okay, so and now this year they're having them shoot 5 free throws.
5 free throws
on like
mini hoop, like we have in the back. Because Sam Howell said he got 2 out of 5, and I was like,
I was trying to see if they're competitive.
I think because guys are coming out saying that that was the most fun interview I had. I think it's trying to get them like in a relaxing atmosphere.
Okay,
try to become friends with them a bit.
Well, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, once you break it down.
No, you want your coach to be friends with your players, not their coach.
What's your problem?
Did your team make the playoffs last year?
It's not about being their friends. It's about relaxing them.
Why are we going playoffs
to an interview?
The drafts.
The more they relax, the more you're actually going to get to know what they're about.
I'm just saying. I've had a coach as a friend once. It was the worst team I've ever played for.
I had a coach as a friend once who was the best team we played. We had easily.
Well, you had a different
because it was a mutual respect thing.
Oh, there was no respect.
Both of you suck. Stop talking. Mark in Philly, go ahead.
What's up, fellas? Can you hear me all right?
Yep.
I broke up a bit yesterday during my call, but I called in a winner with the Hampton High Point over, so I'm sticking in college basketball. San Diego State team total over 62 against Fresno. 6 out of the last 8 games, they scored 62+. 13 of the last 18 games, they scored 62+. They averaged 66, and I get it. Fresno State is a good defense. I still trust the Aztecs to score 62+ points late night at 11 o'clock. Either stay up late and watch it cash or wake up to a winner. Either way.
All right. Big F, what was his pick?
It was San Diego State over 62 team total against Fresno.
Mark, you love team totals, man.
I do. I'm a slave to the trends. So I look at where the trends are with teams and where they're scoring recently. And if I see a number like that, 6 out of the last 8 or 13 of the last 18, I'd rather trust San Diego State's offense than trust Fresno's offense, which isn't quite as good.
Shout out Mark for driving to Rutgers for our show.
Did he?
Of course. I'm always a supporter of
it. It was unbelievable. It was very nice to see him.
Good for you, Mark. Thank you very much for supporting the boys of Pick Central and Bench Mob. Speaking of, I'm apparently going to be on your show next week.
Oh, yeah. King of Sling.
Yeah, you're welcome. And I pimped you out yesterday. I put your graphic out. I did all that stuff.
Hey, ever since we stopped working a lot together, we've been very friendly.
But I know because what made us mad at each other was Dana.
Yeah.
So now that Dana's back, I can't get close to you again.
Oh, we're back.
No, I can't get close to you again.
Well, me and you are back.
No, me and you, again, if I start hanging out with you, Dana's too close, and it will ruin it.
We had this conversation earlier before, but these two hand jobs playing blackjack and hitting on 17, I would fight him at the table.
Yeah, you're an asshole.
Did I win? And
No,
also, and if I'm being real, the stream catches up to me.
Yeah,
it does.
You're infiltrating the youth in a bad way. That means when I'm in Atlantic City in a couple months, have $200 on a hand, and it's
gonna be some bro from Seton Hall.
Yeah, some Long Island fuck. He's like, "Oh, Marty Mush hit on 17. I'm gonna do it. We're gonna have issues."
If anyone does that and just says Coin Boys, you're good in my book. Say, okay, the Coin Boys told me to do it.
Bad influence.
I don't know about this Coin Boys thing. I think I can't think of it off the top of my head, but Coin Boys is going to open you up for some parody. There's going to be.
Oh, well, I mean, you got the Proud Boys, you got the Megan's Law implications.
Right.
Yeah. These are Coin Boys.
Richie in Michigan. Go ahead, Richie.
I'll keep it short.
Thanks, Richie.
Boys, put on the bathing suits tonight because we're going to the beach. Hawaii +7. Thank you.
All right.
I'll keep it short, Richie. Thank you, Rich.
I like that one right
Richie
there.
Rich.
That's the one. That's the pick that got my attention the most on this show.
You can call back anytime you want.
Although Mark in Philly, you always got to listen to him because I think he's the best gambler that follows us. But this guy, Hawaii +7.
Boom.
Sure.
Done.
Going to the beach.
Lock it in. Probably midnight tip.
To the beach.
Liam in New York. Go ahead, Liam.
How you guys doing? This TCU Kansas game, the fucking spread's 12. I don't understand why. Because TCU just beat them by 10 2 days ago. There's no way that a team that they're so familiar with, basically the fact that they just played, they go to their place and lose by 12.
Well, it could happen. Now, Kansas is a very good team. You're not going to. It's going to be hard to beat them twice, but 12 is a lot of fucking points. But I assume what you boys are about to say is if it's 12, you got to bet Kansas, right? You're both going to say that.
That's my thought process. I'm staying away because I just like TCU as a team, and I think that they could fight through it. Kansas plays a lot better at home. I'm staying away from the game just because I think, like, if the line was like 6, I'd be like, I think this is jump on TCU again.
I think 100% you take Kansas.
Yeah.
If you're gonna take a side, I think you do take Kansas.
You have to. 12.
I'm taking TCU. I just believe.
I like don't.
TCU's been good to me. TCU's been good to me.
That's how I feel too.
That's fine. If you're just betting on it, like them being good to you, but TCU is a good team.
Like them being good to me is why I'm just not taking Kansas.
That's fine, but yeah, I'm actually adding Kansas to my card.
There goes Grandin. There goes my sister. I haven't talked to her much. She moved out.
She moved out?
She moved out.
Oh,
I moved her.
Thank God for her.
I moved her into the city Saturday. I had to drive in and move her stuff up. She's only on the second floor, so it was easy. But
thank God.
But she so I haven't even talked to her much.
It's nice. She's probably really happy.
She lives here now.
Good for her.
Good for her. 888-STOOL-22.
Brennan, did you see Pate's tweet?
Today? What is that? What an asshole.
You smoked your ass.
Pretty funny. It's bracket season.
Trash is better than you. Get it?
At least trash won.
Also, why didn't he put the trash one? I don't like the it should be on the top of the line there. I don't like it below the line.
No, I think
you were a higher seed.
Yeah, you think you're the 1 seed. You also
I mean, it shouldn't be under that line. It shouldn't be under the line. It should be sitting on top of the line. You see
what you're saying.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I got it. Oh, we all said we got it.
We got it.
Right here. See, right now, it's right here.
Yeah. Yep.
I love this camera angle.
Yeah, this is a nice one.
Where is it? Did he move it?
It's right there.
I didn't even know we had
GoPro, it's right there.
Oh, it's right there.
Oh, wow.
Huh. Look at that.
That is nice. I gotta pee.
All right. Okay. Oh. Frank's protest yesterday?
Phenomenal.
I loved it. I have one question.
Yeah, I think they staged it.
No, I know they. They just did.
Yeah.
Would we if you did that? You think you'd get in trouble? I know I would, but I know Frank.
I don't know that we get in trouble. Well, yeah, Dave would probably say something.
Like, why are you faking things? Frank, that was very funny. I'm not talking shit about them. Like, it's a funny picture too.
I think if you were, I think
would hate on us.
I think if you were as generally as passionate about baseball as Frank is, it'd be all good.
The irony though is, when baseball comes back, he's just going to be miserable every day.
Of course he is.
No,
but he lives. Miserable.
But this protest is making Frank happy. This is what makes Frank happy.
Yes, that's
like
true.
that is not like he's mad when they're playing because usually the Mets are doing something.
He's
but
happy to have something to be upset about.
Yeah.
Can I say something about Frank? He busts his fucking ass.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he does.
That guy gets out there.
That's normal. He's puts out content every
He's
day.
doing
content fucking machine.
Hot dog sodas every day.
Awesome. I mean, him screaming man fraud is.
Need to give him a tour down south. All right, 888-STOOL-22.
Man fraud. Just pointing at everybody.
This is a topic we've talked about a lot, and this is the first time we've had a caller call in. That's a beautiful picture. This is the first time we've had a caller call in.
From Shutterstock. There was like professional photographers there uploading those.
Noah in Michigan, go.
Hey, Brandon, I just wanted to have a little word with Big Ev. I'm disappointed he didn't take the time yesterday to call out a dumbass Michigan fan when he had the chance to. He calls in and says that Izzo's overrated because they blow us out one time and God knows how long. But Izzo should still be in the conversation for having March as his month. If you go back to 2019, we beat one of the most talented college basketball teams, Duke, with R.J. Barrett, Zion, to move on to the Final Four with a walk-on having 40 minutes and hitting the game winner. Then in 2020, we had we were the betting favorite to win the tournament before it was canceled because of COVID. Then 2021, we lose in the play-in game to UCLA in overtime, who then went on to Final Four to lose in overtime to Gonzaga. And now this year, we're not looking too good, but Izzo still deserves to be in that conversation just because of one bad year with not so much talent on our team this year. I don't think that
also his fault for not.
Title should be.
But isn't he living on the rotting carcass of a championship that happened 22 years ago?
What was that?
I don't know.
Yes, you were right.
Isn't he living on the rotting carcass of a championship that is 22 years old?
I mean, if you want to go based off just championships, yeah, I mean it doesn't look good.
At the top level of at the elite level of coaching in college basketball, I think you do go off championships.
Yes, I agree with that because a lot of people with college basketball, it's like
you need to go off the conference championships. Rather than
no, because all conferences are different. All conferences are different. That's a loser mentality.
I'm not
yeah,
like
but
when
Big Ten is the toughest conference to win.
Right now, it is. Yeah.
It's
not right now.
But looking at it,
pretty tough.
12 is.
How are you going to judge a coach based off of winning a championship in a tournament that is basically based off luck? I mean, you look at
you're
at all the past.
No, I like you. I like the way you're bringing this, but you're saying loser things. The tournament isn't. Yeah, over a long stretch, you're going to have some unlucky turns, but the tournament isn't based on luck. You're an elite coach. You're going to get there, and you're going to win multiple championships. Coach K did it. Roy Williams did it. It happened. Jay Wright did it. Like, you're an elite coach. You get elite results.
If you're like a fucking in the 8-10 or something, you get to the Sweet 16 a lot. Like, that's great for you. Yeah. That's not an elite coach. An elite coach is, like you say, is championships. It's very fucking hard to win a championship in college basketball, but that is an elite coach.
Izzo's a great coach. I don't think he deserves to be looked at as the paragon of March like he is.
No, I agree.
No, not the paragon of March. I hear what he's saying. I would never use the word luck, but I hear what he's saying. I think I said it like earlier this week or last week where the way just the NCAA tournament's set up is it's set up where the best team probably wins the least amount of time compared to like all the other sports.
Right.
Just the way it's like structured. So I hear him on that. I think like maybe Final Fours like is like part of it. Like you've made a bunch of Final Fours. I think that's a big deal too.
And Izzo's made.
It's just tough because like they take so much with a tournament. But I also the other side of here what you said like Coach K's done it a bunch. Like Jay Wright's have done it a couple of times. Like a bunch of people have done it a few times. Like have made runs like that. But even like we talked like Calipari's like been this great coach forever. He's won one.
I don't think he's a great coach.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean,
but I think when you talk about like the great coaches, you say like I think the best
example is Bill Self.
Coach K, what does he have? One also.
Bill Self has one.
Because I put them like in that when I think the top, I think Coach K, I think Coach Cal, I think Self, I think Izzo.
Yeah.
Now like Jay Wright is firmly in that group now as well.
But you're also talking about coaches who have been at big time elite programs for
sure,
100%.
All right, let's get to our picks, and then if we can circle back and get a call. Yeah, we're not going to have time for calls. Nick in Minnesota, Parker in California, Jeremy in Ohio, Mark in Arizona, the Coochie in Toronto.
Can you just
shut out Coochie?
Can you want the Coochie real quick?
Click on the Coochie.
Shut out Coochie.
All right, Coochie, what you got?
I got San Diego -4 versus Pepperdine. Pepperdine is the wave looking to come to shore, having lost 14 of the last 15 and having covered only 5 of 17 on the season as a -4 dog or more. The Toros are still dancing with the bull. I like a -4. That's my play for the day. Have a good one, fellas.
Thank you, Coochie.
I liked it.
San Diego.
Coochie.
All right, here we go. Picks. So Ben Mintz is out in front. It's early.
Heater time.
It's heater time, and it's March. So
this is March.
This is March, and it's heater time. Marty Mush had a good day. Actually, pretty good day, or pretty good so far. I mean, there's no real separation here. Mincy's off to a good start, but the rest of us are okay. We're holding strong. It's only been 2 days. Marty, I'll let you start us off.
I'm not sure if I got the graphic because I texted really, really late. So sorry.
You and fucking Mintz every goddamn day.
My show being at 11 doesn't help because I'm on the train. Whatever. Illinois -12.5. I'm Kansas -12. Ohio State -6.5 because they just has to be a bounce back. Michigan -2. If they win this, they're solidified in. And the GPS Jimmy Butler didn't score for 36 minutes last night. So.
What was the hockey pick? Do you want that?
Yeah, I want the hockey. Ottawa over, please.
Ottawa over.
I was going to say something about that.
Game over or team total?
36 minutes.
Yeah,
36 minutes.
He's a spreader. Yeah. It's not just a score.
Game or total? Team total.
Game, please.
Big F.
All right, so we got this is a 3 o'clock game. I got South Alabama -12 and the over 134.5 in that game. I have over 138.5 in Michigan State, Ohio State, Michigan -2, and Washington +5. Ohio State might be getting added to my card because I do agree with Marty.
Yeah, they're going
The fact that it's -6, I want to see the way the public grabs it because I think it's going to be heavy Michigan State.
Smitty.
The Brooklyn Nets started at +6.5. Kevin Durant's back. Now they're +2.5 at home against the Heat, who are off a back-to-back. Temple is +15.5. They started, I think, at +17. They are the king of covers. And Wild Flames parlay. That's just to get the Wild's juice down. Flyers stink.
Temple's playing Houston, right?
Yeah.
All right, I've got all underdogs. Well, they might have flipped by now, but this morning they were underdogs. I got the Hawks money line. I got the Celtics money line. I swear that was like +107 an hour and a half ago. I got the Warriors money line, and I got TCU +10.5, which is that moved at all?
Check it again.
Yeah. Anyway, I got those 3 NBA money lines, and then I've got TCU. The Warriors are at the Mavs, I believe. All pretty good teams. Yeah.
Besides the Hawks.
As bad teams go, they're a really good bad team.
They're not that bad.
Can catch fire.
They're not that bad.
I can see the Hawks winning like 10 of 11, getting in the playoffs. Because they got Trae Young, they always got.
You realize how crazy it is that 20 teams make the playoffs in the NBA?
Well, 16.
No, 20.
Oh, it is 20 because the play-in.
Yeah.
You're right. That's my fault.
20's crazy.
That's my fault.
That's so stupid.
20 of 32 or is it 20 of 30?
I don't mind the play-in games though because it gives the number 1 and 2 seeds more of a
for us, but it's just 20 teams.
But I mean, not that.
Baseball's 8 teams get in.
All right. Well, no, it's 12, right?
Yeah.
Or they're trying.
No, it's gonna want it to be 12.
The Yak is up next.